ladies and gents, it looks like we are all present and correct. Let's start first and foremost. A big cheer for our Belle Vue ATPI AC. Sit down here, and since he's got the microphone, first and foremost, so a big round of applause for Ben Cook, everybody. Let's start first. I mean, apologies for the noise in the background. We've got some, I think it's Brady outside doing some practice laps. But let's talk first of all about heat number 3, Ben, because yourself and Jamo, very effective partnership so far this season. We were 4 points down going into it, and that 5-1 put us right back in the game.
Yeah, we didn't make the best of starts, and I didn't either in E3 and had to work for it. But yeah, it was good. We got a 5-1 and got the ball rolling again, and yeah, we just took off from there really.
And you continued that form throughout the rest of the afternoon. I mean, Paid winning your first one, maybe not quite as good in your second ride, but then 2 race wins to finish. It came good though. It came good there. I mean, 2 race wins in your last 2 rides, and that heat number 14, I think, probably one of my favourites all afternoon.
Yeah, I definitely didn't do it the easy way today, and yeah, the last lap, last corner, and Leon made a little bit of a mistake, and yeah, that's what I was hoping for, and yeah, done on the line, so yeah, it was good.
You have to capitalise on those opportunities though, don't you? And it was the crucial moment, and you pounced, and you got the race win.
Yeah, exactly that.
Exactly, and fantastic win not only on the day, but on aggregate as well. 100 points to 80 after being 4 points down going into today.
Yeah, at the start it was a little bit thinking, you know, we've got to pull our fingers out here, and yeah, we did, and yeah, put a good lead on them in the end and show them what we can do.
Well, so far so good. Let's have a big round of applause for Ben Cook. If anyone can't hear me, do I need to speak a bit louder, or do I need to definitely all right.
Yeah, I'll let you mind.
Oh, thanks, Joe. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to be up and down a bit. It's on, definitely, Mark. Yeah, I think it's just a bit quiet. So, anyway, thanks for Jamo for coming to the rescue. So, Jamo and Lindsay, first of all, big round of applause for this man, Paid maximum on the day. I mean, new averages come out this. Has that gone off again? Yeah. Doesn't like me today, does it? I'm going to stand over here in case it's the speaker that's interfering with.
Haley, you need to put the riders on the blue mic.
Yes, but my red mic's too quiet, Neil. That's the problem.
Just turn it up.
Thank you very much. Is that better? He's going to turn me up anyway. So anyway, Tim, I'm so sorry to interrupt that, but Paid max on the day. The new averages came out just recently. Yours has gone a little bit up, and we can see exactly why with a performance like that. You must be absolutely chuffed to death with that.
Yeah, it's cool to get the first maximum or paid maximum for the year. It'd be like to get 15. That's, you know, complete, and everybody's happy with that. But
we're really having problems with the tech
need
today.
new batteries for these.
Put it on your comments.
Yeah, but yeah, it's good. First max of the year. I'm happy with that, and
Let's try. Let me see if I can squeeze behind you. You can use mine, so that's not a problem. Oops. Here we go. Try this one, Jack.
try this one.
This one's
Anyway,
now working.
today was a good day. The sun's back out again, so I'm happy with that. First warm day, first proper meeting we've had without any rain, and yeah, it's all good.
I mean, looking at the times as well, I mean, 59.60 seconds is something we've not seen that often at the National Speedway Stadium, but the last few weeks, it's just been absolutely incredible. I mean, what's changed? Is it something that you guys are liking? Would you prefer a little bit more slick, or do you like the grip?
Well, we haven't really had a choice. It's been up to the weather, so you know, we've all adapted to it pretty good. And as I said, today's the first kind of meeting we've had with no rain, so you know, it's always tough too having on back the holiday. Midday start, it's hard for the track staff to get it right, but you know, we managed to adapt to it pretty quick and get a good win today.
It is our favourite word, that, isn't it, adapt, but how easy is it, or difficult I should say, because it's not just the track, is it? I mean, the motors, from what I understand in my limited knowledge of mechanical speedway, when it's hot weather like this especially, do you have to do any kind of special preparation to make sure that your motors aren't overheating and other things like that?
No, I wouldn't say you know, different preparation, it's just you know, need to adjust a few little things, but you know, it's all pretty similar. It's just you know, some minor things. When the heat comes, you know, you kind of lose a bit of power, but you know, you just everyone's got to adapt, like you said before, so and make it happen.
Well, you certainly didn't look like you were losing power out there with that paid max. Let's hear it for Jamin Lindsay. Works for this man. Let's hear it for the world number 7, Dan Bewley. Give that mic a little bit of a test. Does it like you?
Check.
Check. So far, so good. Right, Dan Bewley. Brilliant night. I need to get out of the habit of saying that. Brilliant day for yourself, though. Just the couple of points lost in heat number 13, but it was a brilliant performance from yourself and Brady. Some fantastic action this afternoon.
Yeah, better day for me really, but yeah, just dropped a point to a couple of points in heat 13, and then yeah, just a little thank you for Leon missing 2 minutes in heat 15. I got back there and I was a bit late for the start, didn't have much time, and didn't have the best of spots, but yeah, he gave me a bit more time and then made the start. So yeah, cheers to him.
Were you able to present it? Were you able to prepare your gate a little bit more the way you want it? Because I mean, talk to us about how you guys like to garden at the start. Obviously, this year's rules mean that you can't be gardening when the 2 minutes have run out. So, what is it about? What are you doing at the start? What are you preparing, and how does it help you make those crucial starts?
Yeah, sometimes it helps and sometimes you don't make it. But yeah, for me, you know, I know a lot of people's against gardening and whatever, but I actually enjoy it and I enjoy watching. You know, it's kind of, you know, you've got someone there prepping and maybe it's going to work, and it's kind of like, you know, if you had someone sword fighting and sharpening the sword, it's the same thing, you know, it's just, yeah, what else can you call it? But, you know, it's you know, whatever, but, you know, I've had some times you get your heart rate pretty up there, and, you know, you're packing, just trying to make it happen, and, yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy watching it, seeing people do a bit of gardening.
Does it get the adrenaline pumping, is that what you're saying?
Oh, it gets you going, and it's. I don't know why people's against it.
He does it in his sleep.
He does it in his sleep, apparently.
Tell him to and never shuts up about it, and he just drobbles on and just get over it. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes isn't a long time, and feel the beat of the music while we're packing.
That's the best analogy I think I've heard of gardening to date, Dan. I mean, let's just talk about the Brummies as well, because they must have come into today feeling pretty confident and pretty good about themselves. Obviously, you guys put on a heck of a display against them last week at Perry Bar, but you not only bit back after being down by 4 points after the first 2 heats, you've also gone on to win by 20 points on aggregate, so really sending a key message to your rivals today.
Yeah, I think so. And to be honest, at this point in the season, you know, with their team, they've got some riders who's, you know, very good in Europe, and this track probably suits them more than their home track at this stage. So yeah, I feel like it's an awesome result for us. Definitely.
And then speaking of Europe, obviously Grand Prix coming up, a difficult weekend for yourself in the first Grand Prix just gone. Any changes have you made since then in preparation for the next one?
Yeah, it wasn't the weekend I would have liked, but yeah, there's been a bit going on, and just this past week a lot really, but yeah, starting to feel good again, and you know, just have that feeling in the bikes, and just looking forward to it. You know, not an ideal start, but I think there's 10 rounds left to go, and still wide open.
Absolutely, still wide open. I just want to mention as well, hopefully you had a bit of an off on the last Grand Prix, and I believe you had a bit of an auto accident the day after, so it was a pretty tough weekend for you that day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it weren't brilliant, so yeah, a bit sore after the weekend, very actually, and then had a sore foot, sat in the house all day, and weren't fan of that. Went for a very gentle bike ride, having a heel on the pedal, couldn't really pedal too hard, and just going down the cycle path and got T-boned by a car, so I was on his bonnet, front wheel fell out, and but hey, I was actually alright, just took some skin off, but Birmingham was a little bit painful, but no excuses, I'm all good.
Well, I mean, if there was ever an excuse, Dan, I mean, I don't think anyone can argue with being taken off your bike by a car. It's good to see you in one piece, folks. Let's hear it for Dan Bewley. Let's hope this night behaves itself for you? I mean, let's have a chat first of all about the early heats today. I mean, what were your thoughts after heat number 2 being 4 points down? I mean, it must have been a little bit of an, oh gosh, what's going on here moment.
No, not really. I think you see it quite often here. It takes a few races for the track to settle down, the boys to settle down, and it's not unusual to come after heat 4 and the score's been quite tight. You just know with this team that they're going to find their groove and deliver later on in the meeting, which they've been doing week in, week out. So it was an easy night for me, to be quite honest, in the pits. Even with the 2 Connors, a pretty good night. Maybe the points didn't reflect for young Connor Bailey, but I thought he rode pretty good. It was great to see Connor Mountain chip in and get quite a few, and there's a few brave moments by Jamin and Ben there tonight out there, so I kind of like shut my eyes a bit, but respect to them. I think just a really superb performance by our boys.
A superb display as well. Another good day for British Speedway with this result. Obviously, commiserations to the Brummies. They tried the hardest, but good to say our guys had the bit between their teeth from the get-go.
Yeah, I think it's probably safe to say we all felt pretty despondent with the performance down at Birmingham, and I look back at my time as team manager here, and it's in 2015 we would have been absolutely chuffed to bits to have a close result on the road, but now we've sort of got used to winning on the road. We kind of expect it, and becomes a sort of expectation probably from the fans and even the riders of the team itself. So we came away disappointed, even though we've got the aggregate point, which is kind of what you can only ask for. But we know coming towards the playoffs, those away victories are going to be quite vital and get into a position in the ladder. But right now, like I said on the particular night, we learned a lot coming away from Birmingham. I think that showed how they responded tonight. But no, really proud of the boys. Did a great job.
They certainly did. And just a final note, because we have got a very busy month coming up, and speaking of playoffs, semis and finals, we're off to Sheffield this Thursday for the Knockout Cup quarter-final against Sheffield. We have got a narrow advantage over them. The winner on aggregate goes into the semi-finals against Kingsley. Can we finish the job at Allerton, do you think?
Yeah, I believe we can. I mean, we've taken an 8-point lead. These boys are capable. I know Sheffield are going quite well, and they're on the paper lineups, they look very strong. But I think there's nothing between us, to be quite honest. I think we probably didn't perform as well here on that particular night when they got, we beat them by 8 points, but we have a job to do to go and qualify. But before we go there on Thursday, I think I'm going to nip over to the barn and get one of those Belle Vue Aces lagers.
I think that would be good. Yeah, absolutely. Our very own Belle Vue Aces lager, held up proudly there by Hillary. Well, folks, thank you so much for your support this afternoon, and many thanks for sticking around to hear what the boys have got to say. Let's have a big round of applause one more time, please. Until then, have a safe trip.